In this question, the goal is for us to take a look at a graph of a parabola and write the equation. As we look at this graph, we notice that what we have is this coordinate point right here, which is an important point because it's the vertex, and we have this other coordinate point. That allows us to be able to talk about the equation in terms of its graphing form. The graphing form is important because what we look at is we have these three key values. You have your A, which is the stretch factor. You have the H, which is the X value of your locator point, and your K, which is the Y value of the locator point. And for all of your graphing form of the equations, that's the same. For this particular example, it's a parabola, so that locator point is considered the vertex. And the stretch factor is always, for all problems, and especially this one, when you go 1 unit to the right of your locator point, however far you go either down or up. In this scenario, you're going down. That is your stretch factor. So our stretch factor for this particular problem is going to be negative because you are going down 3 units. So our A value is equal to a negative 3. If your parabola happened to be opening up instead, then your A value would be positive. Also, our locator point is the vertex. So it is the X and the Y value. So in this scenario, the X value is the value of 7, so that is our H value, and the K value is the Y value of that particular locator point, which is 6. So we have a locator point of 7, 6. So as you write your equation, it is important to notice that in every single one, you'll notice that you have an X minus H. You always do in your equation, you do the opposite of the H value. So our H value is a positive 7, so in our equation, you're going to have a negative 7. So that means that our equation is y equals a negative 3, that's our A value, times x in parentheses. In this case, since we have a positive 7 as h, we're going to put a negative 7 inside the parentheses. Then you have to square it because it's a parabola, of course. And then our k value is a positive 6, so we will put plus 6. And that is your equation of this particular parabola. You can repeat that process for every single one of your parabolas. Notice that the key point, the locator point, is considered the vertex in a parabola. The A value is always when you move 1 to the right. However, our up or down is going to be that number out in front of your parentheses. Inside the parentheses, you're always going to do the opposite of whatever that X value is of this vertex. Outside the parentheses, you're just going to put whatever that value is. So if this is a positive 6, you're going to put a positive 6 there for your equation.